Hey guys, my name is Zhenya. I'm sure most of you know me, but if you don't, I'm one of the baristas at Switchyards. So today we are gonna actually go through and talk about how to make a French press. If you guys like it in the morning, if you guys like it afternoon, whatever your preference is, French press is a great way to brew the coffee. So let's go through the steps and actually get into making the coffee. I will say the number one thing you need to look out for when you make a French press is time. So you want to make sure you have enough time to make it. It's not a process that should be rushed. You want to follow a ratio, so the 1 to 15 ratio. So that means for every gram of coffee, it's 15 grams of water. So today we're going to be doing 30 grams of coffee with 450 grams of water. And the process really is you grind your bean and you want it pretty coarse. You don't want it too fine. The grind should be about medium, a little bit coarser than your pour over, than your traditional pour over. You'll want to find any container, any cup, any device that has a spout that can serve as the holder for your water and your bean. So we don't necessarily need the French press itself because we're actually not pressing the coffee. We're just using the container. Once your brewer has been preheated, you want to pour the ground coffee into the brewer. Quite vigorously pour the entire amount of water over the grounds. So you want to wet the grounds in its entirety. Once you've wet the grounds, you want to actually let it just hang out for 4 minutes. So that's a good time to watch what happens. During that time, you'll see a bloom happen, and with that bloom there's a crust that forms. So once that crust forms, then you'll actually stir the crust. You'll break the crust and stir. Once the stirring has happened, you'll actually want to use 2 spoons, and this is the process where you actually don't need to press. We're actually going to skim the surface for the grounds and for the things that floated to the top. So you're going to use 2 spoons and discard the foam on top, and with that foam comes grounds that have floated up to the surface. So once the coffee has been sitting for 5 to 7 minutes, this is actually where you can pour the coffee into your warmed mug. This is actually a time to make sure you don't disturb the coffee as well, because all the grounds have dropped to the bottom. And if you do happen to have a press or a strainer, you can actually use it and let it sit on the top of the coffee. You don't want to plunge it, you'll disturb the coffee. So let it sit on top of the coffee as you pour into your mug, and that'll help the process as well. But if you don't have a strainer, if you don't have that plunger, just watch how you pour. Pour gently, slowly, and again into a really warmed mug. What you'll have is actually a really great, very welcoming cup of coffee that is unlike coffee that you get from a pour over. Your coffee from the press will be very rich and quite delicate, very smooth, very very whole and very bodied coffee. So it'll be a great wake up. It'll be a great coffee to start the day. And I'd recommend this for anyone who has time to make coffee, and especially during this time. So